And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Melching Field in DeLand, Florida for tonight's Florida Collegiate Summer League action between the visiting Sanford River Rats and your DeLand Suns as we get underway after about a 95-minute delay. A early evening rain shower came through Volusia County, and the great grounds crew here, led by Brad Keith, able to get the field ready to play tonight as Clay Allen gets the ball to face Trent Taylor. We're underway from Melching Field as the 1-0 pitch from Allen. Swinging and a miss at the 84-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 1-1. Ryan Murphy, Zach Miles, glad you could join us on this Thursday night in DeLand. Second game of a 4-game series as into the motion goes Clay Allen. Oh, nice 1-1 breaking ball, but it misses a little bit high. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, it turned out to be a nice night tonight in DeLand. Obviously, the rain kind of halted us a little early on, but now we're here playing some baseball, and it'll be a 7-inning game tonight.
It is indeed a 7-inning game as the ground ball is hit to first base. Joe Burke will retire his former teammate in Trent Taylor. He's put down on a ground out, and there's one gone here in the first inning for the right fielder, Jared Candy, who is seeing his lead on the FCSL home run crown dwindle tonight as a couple of home runs by Cage Cox as Leesburg in prime position to give Winter Garden a 22nd consecutive loss or tie. 2 balls and a strike when Taylor bounced out as the first pitch is in there for a strike at the letters to Candy. It starts no balls and a strike on the Florida Southern right fielder.
Candy's been chasing that 10th home run all post All-Star break. He's been trying to get it, and now it's been in his head a little bit as he swings and misses that strike there. If they pitch the breaking ball, it's been a very hard time for Candy to get a good eye on it. He likes the fastballs outside. He's looking for one here to drive deep.
Unable to get a hold of that off-speed pitch from Allen. The 0-2 delivery. Gassed up. He will blow that one into right field, ranging over, and the sliding catch will be dropped by Alan Alonso. The second night in a row that ball has been dropped by Alonso. It was a tough play to be made, so that will be a double for Jared Candy. But Alonso went into the dive, had the ball in his glove, and he dropped it. So double for Candy puts him on second base for Josh Crouch.
And Ryan, that's almost the exact same play we saw last night over there in the right field corner. Alan Alonso drifting into foul territory, just unable to get a good glove on it 2 nights in a row. That one's not going to go down as an error, but the one last night was. So Alan Alonso trying to get a good eye out there in right field. But Josh Crouch, a guy who had a great doubleheader on Saturday in his first appearance for the River Rats, is now looking to get back to that Saturday form after going 0 for 5 last night.
First pitch of the at-bat from Clay Allen, 85 miles an hour down the middle for a strike, 0-1. Other 2 games in the Florida League tonight. Leesburg all over Winter Garden, 7-0. Winter Park has a lead in the top of the 9th inning. It's 4-3 Dogs on top of the Scorpions. The other game between Leesburg and Winter Garden, lightning out tonight between the Scorps and the Bolts. Foul ball off the bat of Josh Crouch, and he quickly finds himself down in the count, 0-2.
Josh Crouch coming from the Cape Cod League. He finished up his shortened contract up there and now finishing out Summer League baseball here in the Florida League. He is a Rats alumni. He played for the team last year, and he's here back again for summer number 2 with the Rats, trying to help them as they try to battle for that 2 spot in the standings.
0-2 pitch is lined into left field. That ball will drop in front of Mark Townsend. He will not be able to come up with it cleanly. His throw will come into second. Into score will come Jared Candy, and Sanford takes an early lead on an RBI single from Josh Crouch. It's 1-0 Rats.
Exactly what you want to do there if you're Josh Crouch. You get it right beneath the reach of the left fielder, Mark Townsend. A tough ball for him to get, and then obviously Candy sprinting from second home. That's going to be Candy's 27th run of the season. That's second best in the Florida League. He only trails the left fielder Mark Townsend by 3 now on the year. So Candy, the home run leader, and then second in runs. He's trying to take the run title as well.
First pitch of the at-bat to the 4-hole hitter Justin Farmer is in for a strike, 0-1. Runner on first, 1 out, top of the first inning of a scheduled 7. Sanford leads DeLand 1-0. Righty on righty matchup as Allen deals the 0-1 pitch. It's low and outside. It will get past the catcher in Montenegro. Score that a passed ball. That puts Josh Crouch on second. Count even at a ball and a strike on Farmer as Montenegro just let that one bounce off the edge of his glove.
Yeah, that's one that Montenegro should have. A guy that, Ryan, you mentioned it yesterday. You used the phrase he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's a guy that loves to play with a lot of energy, a lot of passion. Surprised he let that one get by, but Justin Farmer, a guy that has the batting title in his sights, he moved up to a 360 average after last night's performance.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The 1-1 fouled off down the right side. Count on Farmer moves to 1-2. Defensively for the Suns, Mark Townsend in left, Tim Dixon in center, Alan Alonso in right, Garrett Wallace at third, Jeff Omohundro at short, Joe McNamara at second, Joe Burke at first, and Rodrigo Montenegro does the catching for Clay Allen. 1-2 breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 3. Allen gets his first strikeout of the evening as he punches out Farmer, and he'll face the Missouri Tiger in Thomas Broyles with a runner on second and 2 gone here in the first inning.
Amazing pitch there from Clay Allen. Gets him with a nice breaking ball. Justin Farmer was way ahead of that one. You could tell he was expecting fastball. Farmer, a guy that he gets on base a lot, a nice single double hitter, but a guy that he can drive the ball there. He was looking to drive it, but just comes up empty, way ahead of it.
First pitch of the at-bat, high and outside for a ball, 1-0 to Sanford's Thomas Broyles. Broyles hitting .310, 23 RBIs on the season for the Rats, as he will send a ground ball towards third. Garrett Wallace will apply the tag, as Josh Crouch ran right into him, so Crouch put out on the fielder's choice. But the RBI single from Crouch gets a run in for Sanford as we go to the bottom of the first inning from Melching Field. Your score, it's Sanford 1, DeLand coming up as you're watching Florida League Baseball on YouTube Live. Jeremy Peel will step on the mound for the Sanford River Rats. He will face the DeLand order, beginning with Joe McNamara, Rodrigo Montenegro, and Mark Townsend, the top 3 hitters in the Suns order. First pitch at 82 miles an hour is over the plate for a strike. It's 0-1 on the Winthrop Eagle in Joe McNamara.
Jeremy Peel takes the mound tonight for the Sanford River Rats, St. Leo College product. He's 3-0 on the year with a 2.0 ERA. Also has 19 strikeouts on only 5 walks. Great pitching this year from Peel.
Looped back up the middle. It's going to get through the middle base hit by Joe McNamara, as ranging up the middle was Trent Taylor. He couldn't come up with it. It's a leadoff single by Joe McNamara, and the Suns have the leadoff runner aboard for the hard-hitting catcher in Rodrigo Montenegro.
And that hit right back up the middle is one that the Suns last night found a lot of success right in between the second baseman and shortstop in Taylor, and then tonight at short is LaFontaine. So the two of them have not been able to get those balls a lot, but Joe McNamara, a nice way to lead things off. That's what you want to do, is get that leadoff hitter on. And then Rodrigo Montenegro up now, a guy that we saw him with the passed ball earlier in the inning. See if he can make up for it here.
First pitch of the inning in there for a strike to Rodrigo Montenegro, 0-1. Behind the top three, it's Hilton, Alonzo, Burke, Dixon, Omahundro, and Wallace. Defensive starter Clay Allen. Set from the stretch is Peel. Off of first is McNamara. The 0-1 delivery. Big swing and a miss. Did get a little piece of it there. Was Montenegro, but he finds himself down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes.
Peel's going to go to his changeup a lot. I was talking to him before the game, and he said if he can get the changeup working early, that's what's going to be his ability to strike batters out like he's done all season long. He's got his mind set on a 7-inning complete game here. Already given up a hit early. He's going to try to keep that pitch count down low. That's not what we saw from Rollin late in the starting pitching last night for the Sanford River Rats. He got over 100 pitches through 4 2/3.
The 0-2 comes high and tight, and it hits Rodrigo Montenegro on the front shoulder. So the 0-2 pitch gets away from Peel, and the Suns have put the first 2 runners of the inning aboard for the Stetson Hatter duo of Mark Townsend and Brandon Hilton. It'll start with Townsend. It is 6th home run of the season in the loss last night. He leads the Suns in pretty much every major offensive category this summer. .358 average, 43 hits, 30 runs scored, 16 extra base hits, 6 home runs, 28 RBIs, even 26 walks drawn by Townsend. He has been the best player on this team and arguably the best player in the Florida League. As set from the stretch is Peel to face the dangerous Townsend. He misses with a breaking ball outside. It's 1-0.
And Townsend with his 6 home runs on the season. That's 3rd best in the Florida League. Cage Cox hit 2 tonight for Leesburg. That brings him up to 8. So Townsend, a guy that has been a heavy hitter all season long. Ryan, you mentioned it. He's been consistent for this Suns team. Obviously, he powered one last night. He got on base in all 6 plate appearances last night. This guy knows how to produce for this Suns lineup.
From the stretch, Peel checks the runner. The 1-0 pitch to Townsend. Hits a slow roller foul down the first base line. It'll be collected by Sangster, but in foul territory. So the count on Mark Townsend is currently even, 1 ball and 1 strike.
And although that was a foul ball from Townsend, a lot of these hitters early on for the Suns are making solid contact on Peel's pitches. Obviously, Montenegro reached on a hit by pitch, but McNamara's grounder right up the middle, solid piece of contact. That one, a ground ball that went foul down the first base line, but was still great contact by Mark Townsend. They're making sure that they are on top of these pitches from Peel. That's not a good sign for Rats fans early on. If you're the Suns, this is the type of production you want to see early.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count, the 1-1 to Townsend, outside for a ball. And the count on the Stetson Hatter outfielder, 2 balls and a strike. Townsend leads the league in on-base percentage, 2nd in the league in slugging, 2nd in the league in OPS, 1st in the league in hits. Also, 1st in the league in doubles. Him and Jerry Candy both with 9. The 2-1 delivery. Townsend, big swing and a miss on an outside fastball, and the count runs even. On the 3-hole hitting left fielder, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And I wouldn't be surprised if this is the time Peel goes to the changeup, maybe a little bit low and inside, tries to get Townsend to pull it to right field maybe. I would be very shocked if we don't see a breaking ball off-speed pitch from Peel here. I'd be willing to bet it's probably going to be the changeup. That's his go-to pitch.
Peel set from the chin, deals the 2-2 pitch, gets a swing and a miss on the off-speed delivery, gets the first out of the first inning as the second of 2 straight. Stetson Hatters will step to the plate in the person of Brandon Hilton.
And just on cue there, Peel goes to that breaking ball and he gets Townsend swinging. Obviously, Townsend with 2 strikes, he's going to try to play defensive. No surprise that Townsend was swinging on that. It was close to the strike zone. Don't know it would have been a called strike, but now Brandon Hilton, the 6'7" star from Stetson, a nice addition to the lineup as he made his Suns debut last night.
Reach base last night on a double, as well as a couple of walks. 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Pitch on the inside corner for a strike to Brandon Hilton. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The upcoming redshirt freshman for Stetson. Did not play this season for the Hatters due to injury, but expected to be a big part of Steve Trimper's ball club in the next couple of years as Stetson looks to regain their spot at the top of the Atlantic Sun Conference. Champions in 2018, they fell in the conference title game this season, losing back-to-back games to Liberty. Hilton pops one up on the left side. Third baseman will give it a chase, but it's going to bounce off the concourse and head up to the top of the seats. So the count on Brandon Hilton moves to no balls and 2 strikes.
It's Jared Herron over there on the hot corner tonight. He got a breather last night as he has been a consistent starter over there on third base for the Rats. Jackson Muldowney actually got the start on third last night, a guy who's played a lot of second base and left field for the Rats. Jared Herron, a guy that he makes very few mistakes over there on third base. The former Florida State Seminole, now the Rollins College Tar, trying to pad his stats before the spring season in Rollins.
Runners go. The 0-2 is upstairs. Throw down to third base is not in time. A double steal moves McNamara to third, Montenegro to second. Hilton took ball 1 upstairs, so the count is 1-2. Is a good jump from McNamara. Got him in under the tag of Jared Herron.
And I love the call by Coach Hall on that one to apply the double steal in that situation. Now 2 runners in scoring position. A long fly ball from Hilton will score McNamara over there on third. Now, I love the aggression. It's something that Coach Hall has tried to implement more. I know Coach Montero loves to steal a lot, but the Suns, they play a little bit more conservative, smart baseball opposed to the Rats, who are very aggressive and love to steal bases. I like the call, though, from Coach Hall.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the 1-2 to Hilton, low and inside for ball 2. Count evens up on the big designated hitter for the Suns, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And this is a big at-bat for Hilton with 1 out, only a long fly ball. Obviously, a sacrifice hit scores McNamara and ties this thing up, but you do not want to strike out here if you're Hilton. That's the last thing you want. Just put the ball into play somehow. Even a grounder has a shot to score McNamara.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 from Peel is a ground ball towards the shortstop. It's going to get the run in as the throw across the diamond by LaFontaine is in time. It's an RBI ground out by Brandon Hilton. Third RBI, I should say, in 2 games for him. It gets Montenegro ahead to third, and the Suns have a runner on third and 2 outs for Alan Alonso with a chance to take the lead for the 5-hole hitter heading to Mount Olive.
And if you're Hilton, like I said, that's exactly what you want to do. You hit the grounder right to Sam LaFontaine. He doesn't have enough time to try to beam it down to Humberto Torres behind the plate tonight for the Rats. He has to go with the easy out to first. Hilton, though, drives in the run. It's a tie ball game, 1-1.
First pitch to Alan Alonso, misses low and outside for a ball, 1-0. Suns and Rats tied at 1. RBI single from Crouch got the run for the Rats. RBI ground out from Hilton gets the run for the Suns. The 1-0 pitch to Alan Alonso will miss low and outside for a ball. And Alonso now with a major hitters count, 2 balls and no strikes.
Alonso, a guy that's hitting .258 this season. He's also got 21 walks to his name, a guy that can get on base, 23 RBIs. It's been a consistent spot in this Suns lineup. The All-Star himself looking to add to those stats.
The 2-0 comes high and tight, and it hits the elbow of Alan Alonso. So the second free pass of the inning will put runners at the corners with 2 gone here in the first inning for the powerful Kentucky Wesleyan Panther and Joe Burke.
And Peel looks like he's not finding the location and control that he wants early on. I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. He only has 5 walks coming into today. Obviously, 2 guys have reached base, like you mentioned, Ryan, on the hit by pitches. Peel trying to find that control early on. He doesn't want to get pulled. That's something that the Rats struggled with last night. It was that Roland Layton got pulled very early on and had to go to the bullpen quick.
Alonso gets a phenomenal jump. The pitch is in there for a strike, no throw from Torres. An easy stolen base puts Alan Alonso in scoring position, and the count starts on Joe Burke, no balls and a strike.
Yeah, Alan Alonso was almost at second base before Peel began his windup. A nice jump by Alonso on that one. Another situation with 2 runners in scoring position. This could be a big opportunity for the Suns if Burke, the heavy hitter, can take advantage.
The 0-1 to Joe Burke is in there on a breaking ball in the outside corner. Burke thought about hacking at it, but decides to take. And he's behind in the count, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes from Peel to Burke, the 6-hole hitter in the DeLand order. Game tied at 1. Suns have second and third with 2 gone here in the first inning as the 0-2 pitch. Right down Broadway, strike 3. Burke looks at an 84-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle, and the inning is over. But the Suns get a run on the RBI ground out by Brandon Hilton. We've played an inning from Melching Field. Your score, Sanford 1, DeLand 1. Top half of inning number 2 as the first pitch to Bubba Sangster is low and outside. Sangster able to hold up on his swing as the count starts at 1 ball and no strikes on the big hitter from last night in the Rats order. Hit a couple of home runs in the 10-9 victory as Allen has missed on back-to-back pitches. It's 2-0.
Yeah, Bubba Sangster last night with a pair of home runs, 6 RBIs on the night. By far the best game he's had all season as Bubba Sangster is looking to continue that success. If he can replicate that at all here tonight, he would be a serious nomination for Player of the Week here in the Florida League. Obviously, the week is shortened as we had the prospect showcase earlier this week, but Bubba Sangster with 2 home runs last night, that doubled his total. Going into last night, he only had 2 home runs on the year.
3 straight pitches have missed from Clay Allen. 3 balls, no strikes to Bubba Sangster. As it's Sangster, Torres, Heron. 6, 7, and 8 in the Sanford order here in the top of the second inning. As 4 straight low and outside from Allen, Sangster is aboard on a leadoff walk, and he stands on first for Torres.
Interesting that they walk Bubba Sangster on 4 straight balls. He's a guy that if it's anything close, he is absolutely swinging. He swings that baseball bat like a golf club sometimes. He's always trying to drive it deep. He's only got 4 walks on the season. That's number 5 right there. So great patience by Bubba Sangster to watch 4 pitches go by. As Humberto Torres, another aggressive Rats hitter, is at the plate.
Runner on first, nobody out. First pitch of the next at-bat makes it 5 straight out of the zone from Allen. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on Humberto Torres. Torres followed by Heron. Sam LaFontaine would follow. One ball, no strikes, the count. First 5 pitches have missed the zone. His time is called.
Humberto Torres had a big game a few starts ago for Torres against Winter Garden. He had a home run and 4 RBIs in that one.
That one finds the knees for a strike from Clay Allen. 1 ball and 1 strike to Torres.
It was the first real success Torres has seen from the batter's box all season long. After the game, he was the most excited Rat in the locker room. He was jumping for joy with me. He got to do the postgame interview, was super psyched about that. And since his first hit on June 26th, he's come alive.
1-1 pitch comes way high and inside for a ball. Count on Torres now 2 balls and a strike. One ball game, top of the second inning. We'll play 7 tonight from Melching Field as the game got underway about 95 minutes after its scheduled time as Allen misses low. That's been where he's missed quite a bit this inning. 6 of his first 7 pitches have been out of the zone, and the count is 3-1 on the catcher Torres with Heron standing in the on-deck circle.
Looks like third baseman Garrett Walls is going to go out and have a chat with Clay Allen. Probably just trying to calm his nerves a little bit. 7 balls and 1 strike here in the top of the second inning for Clay Allen. He's just got to calm down, get back into his groove. He pitched well in the first inning. Obviously, he gave up the run, but not all of it is fault as Alan Alonso almost had that ball in right field.
84-mile-an-hour elevated fastball gets a swing and a miss from Clay Allen to Torres. So with the count full 3-2, we'll see if Sangster gets in motion here. He may 3-2, but is not obligated to.
Full count here. I expect Allen to go outside, try to get Torres to chase.
3-2 pitch, right down Broadway, strike 3. Humberto Torres looks at it right down the middle, and he's set down on strikes. Clay Allen picks up his second strikeout of the evening, and there's 1 gone here in inning number 2 for the 8-hole hitter in Jared Heron.
An interesting decision by Torres to lay off that one. I mentioned it before he even came into the box. He's an aggressive swinger. If it's close, he's always trying to whip that thing around. That time, though, he watches it go by. Very interesting choice by Torres to lay off that one.
First pitch of the at-bat from Allen. He tries to paint the outside black unsuccessfully. Count starts 1 ball, no strikes on the 8-hole hitter Heron.
Heron, I mentioned he got the night off last night. He got to rest that arm as he's gotten a lot of starts over on third as Allen's going to try to make sure Sangster stays honest over there on first. Heron on the year, he's hitting 206, something that he's not happy about. He's been in the batting cage putting in a lot of work.
83 miles an hour on the outside half for a strike from Clay Allen. Aces wild, the ball is striking it out from the right-hander out of Alma, Georgia. Pick-off throw towards first. Not in time, as close play that time, but Sangster able to get back in by a second or two. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another pickoff throw. This one low and in the dirt, and Joe Burke had to go down to 1 knee to pick it up. He'll flip it back to Allen as we'll get ready for another 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out delivery. Aces wild from Clay Allen to Jared Heron.
An interesting decision by Allen to continue to try to throw it back over to Joe Burke on first. Sangster is not a huge threat around the base paths, not the fastest guy on the Rats roster. I don't expect him to try to steal either.
Allen's 1-1 line drive into right center field, a base hit. Sangster will stop at second as Tim Dixon comes up with the baseball. It'll be Heron on first, Sangster on second. 1 gone in the second inning for the 9-hole hitter in Sam LaFontaine.
And just a great hit there from Heron. He finds a nice line drive ball that gets down before it reaches center fielder Tim Dixon. Just what you have to do if you're Heron with 1 out. Now I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Montero tries his inevitable double steal that he likes to do a lot, but with Sangster, it's going to be a hard one.
First pitch up and away for a ball to Sam LaFontaine. 1 ball, no strikes. Middle infield and double play depth for the Suns. Burke playing well behind the bag and shaded towards the line as the 1-0 delivery to LaFontaine. Bouncing ball towards second. It will be thrown to second, not in time. So score that a fielder's choice. That will load the bases for Sanford to bring up the top of the order. And Sam LaFontaine.
And a very interesting decision there by second baseman McNamara. He decides to just ground the ball and try to fire it back over to second base where shortstop Jeff Omohundro was covering. I'm surprised he just didn't go for the easy out at first. I understand you want to get 1 less runner in scoring position, but now with Trent Taylor, who had an amazing walk-off RBI single last night, is a great base hit hitter. He's trying to add 1 or 2 RBIs to his name here tonight.
Bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch to Trent Taylor. Big swing and a miss as Allen at 86 miles an hour, his hardiest fastball of the night, thrown past Taylor. No balls and a strike.
Taylor, I mentioned the RBI single last night. He got right in the gap between first base and second base.
A blooper towards the right side. It will be caught by the second baseman McNamara as it's ruled an infield fly. As Taylor took that one probably out of the zone and tried to poke it into right field, but McNamara tracks it down. And it's bases loaded, 2 outs for Jared Candy, who had his 10th double of the season and came around to score in the first inning.
And a nice job by Allen to get Taylor to just pop it up there. Taylor definitely wants that one back with 2 outs. No, Jared Candy's not the one that you want to see at the plate if you're the Suns pitcher, Clay Allen.
First pitch to Candy, misses the zone for a ball, 1-0.
Candy's got 28 RBIs on the season. A good opportunity here to reach that 30 mark.
1-0 pitch, low and outside for a ball. And Candy well ahead in the count now with Clay Allen. 2 balls and no strikes. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the second, 1-1 game. Rats looking to score. The 2-0 pitch. Candy ahead of that one from Allen as he sprays it foul down the left side and moves the count to 2-1.
Candy last night in the bottom of the ninth inning, he had the opportunity to try to win the game for the Rats. He fouled 2 nice line drive hits, just fouled down the left field foul line. Right there, he grounds it off a hard one down the third base line. He loves to pull him. That's where he's going to hit the home run if he can get a hold of it.
That one will come in and hit Candy. So it's an RBI hit by pitch as Sanford retakes the lead here in inning number 2. Sangster scores, Heron to third, LaFontaine to second, and an RBI for Jared Candy as Sanford back in front here in inning number 2, 2-1.
Yeah, Candy, that's going to be the easiest RBI he has all season. He gets on base with a free pass on the hit. That one just got away from Allen. Definitely one that he wants back, but if you're the Rats, you regain this lead. And now Jeremy Peel's going to have to come back out in the bottom of the second inning and try to hold that lead and not give up another run to the Suns.
Crouch singled his first time up, takes a pitch high and inside for a ball, 1-0 to the Sanford DH. Heron at third, LaFontaine at second, Candy at first. 2 outs here, top of the second, 2-1 Sanford. Allen winds and deals the 1-0 pitch. It is a blooper towards right. It will be foul, playable, and Joe Burke makes the catch to end the inning. But the Rats get a run across on the RBI hit by pitch as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Your score, Sanford 2, DeLand 1, as you're watching Florida League Baseball on YouTube Live. Tim Dixon, Jeff Omohundro, and Garrett Wallace will hit in the bottom of inning number 2 from Melching Field in DeLand. First pitch of the inning, high ball 1, delivered to Tim Dixon. 1 ball, no strikes on DeLand's center fielder. Dixon hitting .244 on the season, playing in his 28th game of the season. 22 of 90, 8 runs scored, 10 runs batted in, as he will hit that one high and deep to left field, but not deep enough as tracking it is Farmer. He'll make the catch out in left, and there's one gone in inning number 2 for the shortstop, Jeff Omahundro.
Yeah, nice contact hit there from Dixon, obviously unable to find a gap and get it down, but he's coming off a night last night where he went 2 for 3 in a pinch hit situation as he came in early in the game, but he got 3 at-bats and also had a walk last night, also had an RBI to his name. He came off a very good hitting night last night. I wouldn't be surprised if next time he comes up, he's able to try to continue that success here tonight.
First pitch to Jeff Omahundro is below the knees of the Maine Black Bear. 1 ball and no strikes on Omahundro. Omahundro hitting .211 on the season, playing in his 24th game of the season. 13 runs scored, 6 runs batted in for the Maine Black Bear. As the 1-0 delivery is fouled straight back to the screen by Omahundro. It's aces wild, a ball, a strike, and an out.
Omahundro still searching for his first home run of the season. He does have 6 RBIs, though. As Ryan just went through the stat line, Omahundro, a guy that he gets on base, though, with 15 walks to go along with his 211 batting average. Omahundro, he's been a great player and a key role player for the Suns this season.
Breaking ball misses outside. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on Jeff Omahundro. Suns trailing 2-1. There's been a run scored in every half inning of the ball game thus far. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch. Omahundro will foul it off his foot as he will come out of the batter's box to recuperate, and the count on the shortstop moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Surprised that Omahundro swung at that one. It looked high and a tad inside as well. Peel got lucky that he got him to swing there. Peel's going to go talk to Humberto Torres as the ball kind of rolls down the first base line and they have to collect it. Looks like the umpire's talking to Humberto Torres about something. Don't know what he's talking to him about, but Jeremy Peel's going to get a quick word with Torres, so try to get a little conversation in without getting an official mound visit. As another 2-ball, 2-strike situation for Peel. Don't be surprised if he goes back to that breaking ball, especially that changeup. It's his go-to pitch.
2-2 pitch to Omahundro. He will send it down the left field line, but foul. It'll clear the bullpen fence down the left side, and we'll do another 2-2 delivery to the 8-hole hitter in the Suns lineup. Top 3 for Sanford will be Farmer, Broyles, and Sangster. 4, 5, and 6 against Clay Allen.
So expected a little bit more effort from the Suns bullpen. Could have got a souvenir if they just throw a glove up there, try to nail the ball down.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count as the 2-2 pitch from Peel misses low and outside as he tried to bounce in the breaking ball. Missed outside and bounced in about 6 inches in front of the plate as the count on Jeff Omahundro has worked full 3-2 with the upstate Spartan Garrett Wallace standing in the on-deck circle. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the 3-2 is low and inside, ball 4. So the third free pass of the first 8 innings has gotten Jeff Omahundro aboard for the Suns. Runner on first, 1 out for the third baseman in Garrett Wallace.
Yeah, Jeremy Peel, just very uncharacteristic of him to give up free base runners like that. Like you mentioned, Ryan, the third one he's given up tonight. Great patience in the batter's box, though, from Omahundro. A 3-2 pitch, a little low and outside of the strike zone. It's a tough one to lay off. You know, he could have definitely tried to fish one out there and get a hit, but Omahundro gets it the easy way.
First pitch, a high fly ball deep into right center field. That is going to be down, and that's going to get all the way towards the wall. Being sent around third base is Jeff Omahundro. The throw will come into second. It will not be relayed to the plate. An RBI double by Garrett Wallace. He'll drive in Jeff Omahundro, and this game is tied yet again as everybody has scored in every inning, and this game is even at 2 on an RBI double by Garrett Wallace.
And a nice job by Garrett Wallace to find the gap between Candy and Broyles in right and center field. That was no doubt that it was going to get down. Neither Candy or Broyles could have a shot at it. Candy, one of the fastest and best right fielders in the league, couldn't even track that one down. The fences here in Stetson are very long. The outfield's very deep and very wide. It's a tough ballpark for outfielders to try to track down that huge outfield, something that plays to the Suns' advantage.
Suns in a 2-2 ball game as Joe McNamara takes the first pitch strike on the outer half, 0-1. Top of the order now at the plate for the Suns. Runner on second, one away, and an 0-1 count on McNamara as Rodrigo Montenegro stands in the on-deck circle. McNamara singled up the middle in the first inning, and Montenegro was plunked. Last inning, McNamara would come around to score on the Brandon Hilton RBI ground out. Peel checks the runner, and time is called.
Yeah, good decision to call time there. Interesting play there from Trent Taylor to try to come over and make sure Garrett Wallace is staying true to himself over there on second base. Peel probably thought about throwing it back over to Taylor to try to pick off Wallace. But right now with one out, it's a prime opportunity to try to score Wallace.
0-1 pitch, low and outside for a ball, as the count will work to Aces Wild on the leadoff hitter in the Suns order. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out on Joe McNamara as Rodrigo Montenegro hopes he gets an opportunity next to possibly give DeLand a run.
And through only 4 outs for Peel, he's already at 33 pitches on the night. 19 strikes, 14 balls for Jeremy Peel. He wanted to go to the complete game. He was talking to me about it. That's the first thing he said is he wants to finish a full 7-inning complete game as this one will be shortened. But with that pitch count already at 33, the 34th one coming on the way, it's going to be tough for him to try to complete this game.
High fly ball into center. Back to the bag goes Garrett Wallace. It'll be caught in center. Wallace will take off for third. The throw to third will not be in time. So the fly ball from McNamara will move Wallace ahead to third. It's just a fly out, no sacrifice for McNamara, but it puts a runner on third with 2 gone in the frame. Suns had second and third stranded in the first. They'll try to avoid that here in the second with Rodrigo Montenegro.
Thomas Broyles showing off that SEC arm over there in center field. A nice throw. Obviously, it wasn't in time to beat out the sprinting Garrett Wallace, but a nice effort as that one was hit to deep center field. If you're Joe McNamara, though, exactly what you want to do. Just move him 90 feet closer to home plate. And now with the runner on third, 2 outs, Montenegro has a perfect opportunity to try to give the Suns their first lead of the night.
Good butterfly stop behind home plate made by the catcher Torres to keep Wallace over at third, keeping the ball in front of him as they count 1 ball, no strikes on the 2-hole hitter in Montenegro. Mark Townsend in the on-deck circle, hoping he gets an opportunity here in the second. 1-0 the count on Montenegro. The 1-0 pitch is a ground ball on the right side. It will be collected at second by Trent Taylor. His throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So the teams have just traded runs thus far. As through 2 innings, it's Sanford 2, DeLand 2, as you're watching Florida League Baseball on YouTube Live. The teams have traded runs in the first 2 innings of the game. A run in the first, a run in the second for Sanford, a run in the first, a run in the second for DeLand. Through 2 innings, we're tied at 2 as the first pitch of the frame from Clay Allen bounces low and outside for a ball to Justin Farmer. 1 ball and no strikes.
Justin Farmer struck out swinging in his last at-bat in the first inning. It was the first strikeout of the night for Clay Allen. Justin Farmer trying to get his groove here on this Thursday night baseball game.
Back-to-back pitches have missed the zone. 2 balls and no strikes from Clay Allen. The 2-0 pitch low and outside again, and the count moves to 3-0.
Allen wasting no time in between pitches. He's working fast here. That's the success we saw from DeLand pitchers last night, is when they worked really quick and didn't give the Rats players a lot of time to try to read their pitches. He fires in a strike there to make it a 3-1 count.
3 balls and a strike on Farmer. It's Farmer, Broyle, Sangster here top of the 3rd inning. Sanford, DeLand tied at 2. Through 2 innings at Melching Field, Allen's 3-1 pitch is a bouncing ball towards the middle, collected by the shortstop and picked at first base by Joe Burke. Nice play made as Omohundro made a very nice transfer from the glove to the hand to get that ball out quickly to retire Justin Farmer for out number 1, and a good pick by Joe Burke as well.
Yeah, I was just about to mention it. A nice stretch out from Joe Burke at first base, and a nice pick there to scoop it up out of the ground. Nice play there by Joe Burke, just showing why he's a staple over there on first base for the Suns. He's been doing it all season long as Broyles now, the RBI king, steps into the box.
He'll pop it up on the third base side. Third baseman Wallace has room and he makes the catch. So Allen has settled in here in the 3rd and gotten the first 2 hitters of the inning for the first time today. And so there's 2 gone in inning number 3 to bring up the first baseman in Bubba Sangster.
And Ryan, we might see our first inning of the night that we don't have a run scored. There's been 1 run in each half inning of tonight's ball game, but Bubba Sangster, who has been on fire since the Prospect Showcase, 2 home runs yesterday and then a walk tonight, he's finding a way to produce in this Rats lineup. He fouls the first one off, 0-1.
Fouled off down the left side, no balls and a strike on Sangster. Walking a run scored, came in on the bases loaded hit by pitch to Jared Candy. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 pitch from Allen is lifted into deep center field, but not deep enough, as backtracking late is Tim Dixon. He makes the catch, and Clay Allen works a 1-2-3 inning in the 3rd as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning from Melching Field. It's Sanford 2, DeLand 2, as you're watching Florida League Baseball on YouTube Live. Bottom of the 3rd inning, it'll be the heart of the Suns order. Townsend, Hilton, and Alonso to face Jeremy Peel as Suns put up the first 0 of the game, and the Rats will try to match here in the bottom of the third inning against the ever-dangerous Mark Townsend as the first pitch misses low and outside for a ball 1-0 on the DeLand left fielder.
And the Suns were able to force the Rats to put up a 0 spot in the top of the third. Now it's the Rats' turn to try to hold the Suns scoreless here in the bottom of the third. Playing tick for tack with one another here early on in this one.
Townsend shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's in on the outside corner for a strike. Count on Townsend, even 1-1. He was a strikeout victim his first time up of Peels. One of two he's got in the first 2 innings of this ball game. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Townsend. As set from the stretch is the right-hander Peel, his 1-1 delivery. Townsend watches it low and outside for a ball and takes the advantage in the count yet again, 2 balls and a strike.
Peel's trying to work that outside bottom corner. He hasn't found a ton of success with it here tonight. This changeup has worked a few times. He's got to get the breaking ball going if he wants to find any success.
83 miles an hour on the inner half for a strike to Townsend. Evens the count again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 runs, 3 hits for Sanford. 2 runs, 2 hits for the Suns. Ready to go on the mound is Peel as he'll come set and deal the 2-2. Townsend hits a high fly ball into left center field. Tracking it is Broyles. He will reach back in front of the A-Sun conference sign and make the catch to retire Townsend, who starts this game 0-2. There's 1 gone in the third inning for his Stetson Hatter teammate in Brandon Hilton.
Although the ball didn't get down, nice hit there from Townsend to drive it deep. Obviously 403 to mid-center field here in Stetson University's home turf. But Broyles on that one, he was retreating back to catch it. And like you mentioned, Ryan, he had to kind of reach to corral that ball out there in center field. It was a scary play. Usually Broyles a sure thing out there in center field. He gets right under him and sits there and waits. That one he had to reach for.
First pitch of the at-bat misses low and outside to Hilton, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, the count to Stetson Hatter in his second game in a DeLand Suns uniform. The 1-0 pitch from Peel to Hilton. Hilton will club it into right field, but right at the right fielder in Jared Candy, as 4 straight Suns have been retired since the RBI double from Wallace. There's 2 gone here in the third inning for Alan Alonso.
Yeah, Hilton, a nice drive there. It was a rocket of a shot to Jared Candy over there in right field. Not able to get down, but he already has an RBI to his name tonight on the sacrifice, and now it's time for Alan Alonso, who reached on a hit by pitch earlier, to try to start something this inning for the Suns.
First pitch breaking ball misses high and away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes is your count on Alan Alonso. From the stretch comes the right-hander. The 1-0 pitch from Peel. That one will break on the inside of the plate at 72 miles an hour for a strike.
Yeah, nice off-speed pitch from Peel. That's what his success comes from. He finally is able to curve that one back into the strike zone. It started inside on Alonso, then tailed its way back in last second.
1-1 pitch, a foul off by Alan Alonso, and the count moves to 1-2. Should Alonso reach, Joe Burke would stand in the on-deck circle. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. Working from the stretch is Peel, holds the ball at his chin. He deals the 1-2 breaking ball and able to tap it foul and keep the at-bat alive. Is Alan Alonso. It will remain a 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Yeah, Peel definitely had Alonso on that pitch. Alonso's just lucky to get any type of contact to foul it off and stay alive in the batter's box. It was a nice pitch from Peel. Alonso, though, great job of working that bat in there to try to stay alive as he tapped it foul.
The 1-2 delivery is in there. Did he go? No. Pitch came low. Alonso able to hold up on his swing, and the count will go to Deuces Wild on the DeLand right fielder. As that ball in the dirt, Alonso just able to hold up on his swing to keep the at-bat alive.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by Alonso to get his bat back just in time. I do agree. I think he did check his swing there. Great job by Alonso. to pull it back, but once again, Peel trying to work that outside part of the plate.
From the stretch is Peel, his 2-2 pitch. Right down Broadway, strike three. Alonso froze, and so the matching continues. A 1-2-3 for a 1-2-3 as we go to the top of the fourth inning. From Melching Field, it's DeLand 2, Sanford 2. The first pitch to the top of the fourth inning is in there for a strike. No balls and a strike, your count. And the 0-1 from Allen, high and outside, evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Allen got Bert Torres looking last time on the strikeout. Torres here, wouldn't be surprised if he's more aggressive at the plate as he doesn't want to go down looking this time.
Outside corner for a strike. It will move to a ball and 2 strikes on Torres. Top of the fourth of a scheduled 7. Suns and Rats tied at 2. Both teams scoring a run each in the first 2 innings of this game to account for their 2 runs. The 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball from Clay Allen, sent into left center field. It'll drop in for a base hit in between the triangle of Townsend, Dixon, and Omahundro. It's a leadoff single for Torres that puts him aboard for the third baseman in Jared Herron.
Nice little blooper there from Torres to get things started for the Rats in the top of the fourth inning here. Leadoff hitter Torres is exactly what he wants to do there. Just get on base, get things started. Jared Herron singled his last time up. He got on base trying to repeat that same success. If they can string together a few hits, they might get more than just a 1 spot this time as they're trying to break the tie here at Melching Field.
First pitch fouled off down the right side. It's going to head into the parking lot here at Melching Field. It bounces off the top of the concourse and will head out into the parking lot on the right side. No balls and a strike on the 8-hole hitter Jared Herron. Suns and Rats tied at 2, second game of a 4-game series. His pickoff throw over to first is not in time.
Jared Herron, a big body who can drive it deep. He stands at 6 feet tall, 220 pounds. He has power coming behind his back. When he gets a hold of it, it'll drive deep. His only home run of the season was well beyond the 385 part of the fence at Sanford Memorial Stadium.
That pitch misses the zone for a ball. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, the count. From the stretch comes Allen. Couple of glances back to the first base bag. He'll deal the 1-1 pitch. Low and inside for a ball, and the count on Jared Herron runs to 2 balls and a strike, 81 miles an hour on that delivery from Clay Allen.
Allen's getting his pitch count up there as well. He's over 50 pitches now. That was number 54 on the night. 31 strikes, 23 balls for Allen.
That one going to be sent deep into left center field. That's going to be down, and that's probably going to be the go-ahead run for Sanford. Collected in center field by Dixon. He will throw to the cutoff man. The throw will be deked by the shortstop or second baseman in McNamara, and it's going to be an RBI double by Jared Herron as Sanford back in front here in the fourth inning. It's 3-2 Sanford on an RBI double from Herron.
Yeah, Herron, just like I said, power that can drive it deep, almost to the fence there near the 375 sign out in left center field. Herron gets a line drive shot and is able to score Humberto Torres, who, nice hustle by him. The catcher usually doesn't have that type of speed, but he was on top of that one as soon as Herron let it go. He was off to the races, as that is the go-ahead run with no outs.
First pitch misses the zone, high and outside for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Your count on the 9-hole hitter, Sam LaFontaine. As 3 of the 4 innings today, runs have been scored by the Rats. Next pitch misses upstairs for a ball. It's 2-0.
Yeah, Sam LaFontaine, 0 for his first 9. Now with a fielder's choice here tonight, he has missed a hit in his first 10 at-bats for the Rats this season. He's still searching for hit number 1.
Foul off in the count, 2 balls and a strike on the shortstop LaFontaine. It's 2-1.
Yeah, the Herron-LaFontaine combination, the 2 Rollins College products, 2 are very good teammates, very good friends. The 2 joke off the field a lot. Herron actually brought LaFontaine onto the team. This would be really cool for LaFontaine to try to drive Herron home, as Allen fakes off a pickoff attempt to Herron at second base on that one.
Foul ball on the 2-1 delivery from LaFontaine. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here, top of the 4th inning. Sanford leads DeLand 3-2 as left-handed action has started in the Suns bullpen. It'll be the Stetson Hatter Nick Cesare that will come on in relief of Allen at some point. The 2-2 pitch from Clay Allen misses inside for a ball, and the count of the 9-hole hitting shortstop is 3-2 as the ball is actually thrown past Allen, but it rolls harmlessly to the shortstop Omohundro.
Yeah, great job by LaFontaine to lay off that one. It was close on the inside part of the plate. He dipped his shoulder down, but it came a lot closer to the plate than LaFontaine expected.
The 3-2 pitch, high and outside, ball 4, as the first 3 hitters of the inning have reached for the Sanford River Rats. They've got runners on first and second, and Rick Hall will come out to talk things over. First and second, nobody out as the second-year DeLand son in Nick Cesare will take the mound for the DeLand Suns in a tough spot. First and second, nobody out. Cesare making his third appearance of the season. 2 2/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 2 walks. He struck out 2. He's 1-0 with a 0.00 ERA. He was part of the two-headed monster that took the DeLand Suns to a championship last summer. He and his Miami-Dade teammate Jesus Valoy combined to win 3 of the 4 playoff games the Suns needed to win a league title. Cesare's first pitch to his former teammate Trent Taylor is fouled back to the screen. No balls and a strike on the attempted bunt. Cesare won game 2 at Sanford. It's the 0-1 pitch. Another bunt attempt. A great bunt by Trent Taylor. The throw to first is going to get into shallow right field. 1 run will score. A second run will be held up. So score that a bunt single and then a throwing error by Garrett Wallace. And Sanford leads now in the 4th inning, 4-2.
And that's something Trent Taylor's been doing all season long, and he's done it well, is lay bunts down that make the third baseman and pitcher for every team he's faced figure out who's going to go get that ball. And by the time it's figured out, Taylor has tremendous speed as he leads the Florida League with 23 stolen bases on the year. Taylor showing off that speed on that one as he beats down the throw to first bases. This is the biggest lead of the night for either team.
Cesare to Candy in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to count on the right fielder, who has a double and a hit by pitch today for Sanford as the Rats lead it 4-2 here in the top of the 4th inning. Cesare will hold the ball in the brim of his cap. Now comes set at the belt. His 0-1 pitch low and inside to Candy, and the count runs even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Cesare's attacking Candy the correct way. Candy likes fastballs outside. He likes to drive him deep opposite direction. Now he's attacking him inside. Candy doesn't like to bite on a lot of those inside pitches.
1-1 from Cesare, low for a ball at 88 miles an hour. 2 balls and a strike to Candy. Josh Crouch, 1 for 2 today, stands in the on-deck circle as Sanford looks to break this game open in the top of the 4th inning. Cesare will hold the ball near the brim of his cap, drop to the belt. The lefty's 2-1 delivery is fouled back to the screen by Candy, and the count runs even on Candy. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on, and 2 already in this inning for the Rats.
And this could be a situation where the Rats could break this game wide open. Candy's got the power. He's showed it all season long to drive it over the fences here in Stetson. It'd be a 3-run shot if he can hammer it over, as we're going to have a time. Allen's going to regroup, or Cesare rather on the mound is going to regroup.
Cesare will come set from the stretch. The left-hander from the belt deals the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back again by Jared Candy, and we'll do another 2-2 delivery as Cesare got it up to 89 miles an hour on that delivery.
Cesare's got to get an out here with no outs as all 4 batters for the Rats so far have reached base. Candy's trying to make it 5 right now.
The 2-2 from Cesare, a check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did, as Cesare will strike out Jared Candy for the first out of the 4th inning, as that'll bring up the 3-hole hitter in the Sanford order in Josh Crouch, as Cesare will look to continue to keep the Suns in this game in the top of the 4th.
And although the Candyman has been a powerful home run hitter all season long, Jared Candyman Candy has struck out a lot as well. That's strikeout number 26 for him as well.
First pitch of the at-bat, lefty on righty. Low and outside, and I'll say he held up. 1 ball and no strikes. One and 0 the count as Cesare the lefty will come set on the belt and deal the 1-0 pitch. That one is lifted into center field. Camping underneath it is Tim Dixon. He will make the catch. Dixon will come up throwing towards third. It'll be cut off by the shortstop, Omohundro, and it's a sacrifice fly for Josh Crouch that will bring in LaFontaine from third and the lead for Sanford extends to 5-2 here in the top of the fourth inning.
And Josh Crouch getting a nice sacrifice fly there, exactly what you want to do in that situation. That's the third run of the inning. It's been the bread and butter for the River Rats all season long, scoring in bunches. These half innings like last night in the bottom of the third, they put up a 5 spot. Now here in the top of the fourth, they put up a 3 spot. This is where the Rats excel, is when they string together a lot of hits and score in bunches.
Runner will take off. Throw down by Montenegro is not in time. A stolen base to get Trent Taylor over to third base as the count will start 1 ball and no strikes on Justin Farmer.
Trent Taylor showcasing that speed. That's stolen base number 24. The record in the Florida League for one season is 35. Taylor talks about it all the time. He is chasing that record. Every opportunity he gets to steal a base, he is taking it. He's trying to attack the day here in Orlando.
1-0 pitch, low for a ball. It's 2 balls and no strikes on Justin Farmer. After Farmer, the 5-hole hitter Thomas Broyles, the 8th hitter of the inning, should he come to the plate. Cesare comes set at the belt and deals the 2-0 pitch. In there on the outside half at 88 miles an hour, moves the count to 2-1. Stetson lefty out of Albany, New York, will come set from the belt. He'll deal the 2-1 delivery. It's a chop around the right side of the infield, collected by Joe McNamara, whose throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. But 3 runs come across for the Sanford River Rats as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning from Melching Field with your score at Sanford 5, DeLand 2. Joe Burke will lead things off for the Suns in the bottom of the fourth inning. Burke, Dixon, and Omohundro to hit for the Suns as they look to rally tonight. They trail Sanford 5-2 in the bottom of the fourth inning as Peel on for his 4th inning of work against the Suns. First pitch of the inning is clubbed down the left field line. That's down for Joe Burke. Burke will round first. He will look at second but stay at first. So he will retreat to the bag. And Joe Burke has a leadoff single here in the 4th inning. 3rd hit of the game for the Suns to go along with hits by McNamara and Wallace. Both of them wound up being runs. McNamara would score. Wallace would drive in a run. It's runner on first, 1 out, for nobody out for Tim Dixon.
Both teams are showcasing how well they've hit all season long here tonight. Obviously, Burke, a nice drive into left field. He's up with the stand-up single. Thought about going 2, decided to retreat back to first base. Both teams producing a lot of hits. It's 6 for the Rats, 3 for the Suns now. Great hitting all game long for both teams.
First pitch out of the zone to Tim Dixon for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, the count on the 7-hole hitter in Dixon. Set from the stretch, the right-hander, the 1-0 delivery is in there for a strike, and the count from Peel to Dixon is even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Peel out here for his 4th inning of work. So far tonight, 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. He's also hit a few batters as well. Peel trying to gain control. He settled in after giving up 2 runs in the first 2 innings. He had a nice bottom of the 3rd. Now he's trying to repeat that same success here in the bottom of the 4th and try to extend this out into a 4, 5, 6 inning game start.
1 ball, 1 strike. Very small lead at first for Burke. The 1-1. He is off the plate for a ball, and the count runs to 2 balls and a strike on Tim Dixon. Five runs, 6 hits, no errors for Sanford. 2 runs, 3 hits, and an error for DeLand. Two balls and a strike. As the 2-1 delivery is a bouncing ball down the third base line. It'll be gloved. The throw to second is in time, but no turn will be made at first. Barely able to get Joe Burke for the first out of the inning. Dixon aboard on a fielder's choice. There's 1 out for Jeff Omahundro.
Yeah, great job by Jared Herron on that one to get a good glove on the ball. It looks like he slipped over there right past the third base bag. He's checking the dirt and checking his shoes on that one, but he beams it over to Trent Taylor at second base, who got the nice lead runner out. Almost tried to turn 2 there, but great attempt by Herron and nice effort by all Rats players.
Runner on first, 1 away. First pitch of the at-bat. Right down Broadway at 82 miles an hour for a strike. It's 0-1 to the DeLand shortstop in Jeff Omahundro. Suns trail 5-2, bottom of the 4th inning from Melching Field of a scheduled 7 tonight. The 0-1 delivery to Omahundro is low and inside for a ball, and the count is aces wild on the shortstop. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The 1-1 pitch, runner goes, swung on and missed, thrown on a second well off the bag, and it'll be a stolen base for Tim Dixon. Omahundro finds himself down 1 ball and 2 strikes, but the Suns have a runner in scoring position in the person of Tim Dixon as he picks up a stolen base.
Yeah, Torres showing off his cannon. He's able to beam it down, just not great accuracy on that throw down to Trent Taylor at second. He's got the arm to throw down almost any runner here in the Florida League. He's just got to work on that accuracy, something that's been plaguing Torres all season long. He's worked on making sure that he doesn't let a lot of balls get by him behind the plate. Now he's got to just work on that accuracy on the throwdowns to second.
1-2 pitch in there, strike 3 as a curveball breaks over the plate for out number 2 of the inning as Omahundro set down on strikes. There's 2 away for the 9-hole hitter in Garrett Wallace, who drove in the second Sun run of the game with a double.
Yeah, nice job last time he was at the plate, Garrett Wallace, to drive in that run. He had a nice shot that he's trying to score now. The runner on second base, Tim Dixon, trying to add his second RBI of the night. Garrett Wallace producing well for the 9-hole hitter tonight.
Runner on second, 2 outs in the inning. Suns trying to creep a little closer here in the 4th as Peel will step off. Peel gazes in from the right side. He'll come set. Working from the letters on his jersey. First pitch of the at-bat. Misses high and outside for a ball. That's 1-0 on the 9-hole hitter Garrett Wallace. 5, 6, 7 in the 5th inning for Sanford. Broyles, Sangster, and Torres, as the Rats hold a 5-2 lead over the Suns. Gazing in is Peel. Right-hander will come set. The letters on his jersey. Checks the runner, the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss on a breaking ball at 71 miles an hour as Wallace unable to connect as the count runs even, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, just like you said, Ryan, he definitely broke on the breaking ball. He went upstairs, Peel did, and then obviously McNamara bit on that one. Or Wallace, my bad on that one. McNamara on deck, Wallace at the plate, my bad on that.
Brief mound visit between catcher and pitcher. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Suns trail the Rats 5-2. 3 runs in the top of the 4th inning has broken it open for Sanford. The Suns trying to get a run back here in the bottom half. Long pause as Peel will come set. The 1-1 delivery, runner goes. Bouncing ball is past the third baseman. And staying at third base will be the runner in Tim Dixon. It'll be a hard-hit single by Garrett Wallace. He's 2 for 2 today, and the Suns have runners at the corners with 2 outs for the top of their order and Joe McNamara.
Yeah, not much you can fault Jared Herron on that one. It was a line drive hit. It was launched straight to him over there on the hot corner. Wallace is going to be up there with the single. You mentioned it, Ryan. 2 for 2 tonight. Great job from Garrett Wallace. Not what you expect out of a 9-hole hitter. He's coming up big, and it's been a bright spot in the Suns lineup tonight.
Runners on the corners. Not be surprised to see Wallace get in motion here. He is being held on by Sangster at first. Dixon gets his lead off of third. McNamara 1 for 2 today with a single and a fly out. First pitch fouled back to the screen by McNamara. Starts the count at 0-1.
Joe McNamara back in the first inning. He started the hitting off with a single, which he eventually scored on, and then the fly out to center field to Thomas Broyles in the second inning. 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a very good opportunity to try to cut this deficit with, like you said, Ryan, runners on the corners. Tim Dixon inching his way close to home plate with 2 outs here, trying to score a run for the Suns and crawl back into this game with a 3-run deficit.
No balls, 1 strike. Peel deals the 0-1. That breaking ball comes low and inside for a ball, and the count on McNamara has run back even, 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 the count from Peel. Wallace has not moved on either of the first 2 pitches. Trying to get himself into scoring position, maybe force a throw from Torres behind the plate. The 1-1 pitch coming from Peel. In the dirt again, 2 balls and a strike. Torres keeps it in front of him to keep either runner from advancing as the count moves to 2-1.
Yeah, and like I mentioned earlier, Torres has struggled with that all season long. He's letting balls that get in the dirt or are a tad outside get by him, and it's cost the Rats a lot of runs this season. And a lot of the balls that have gotten by Torres have come with the runners on second and third, which they're able to produce runs off of. So Torres, nice job there to get in front of that one and not allow Dixon to try to steal home.
The 2-1 delivery fouled back to the screen again by McNamara, and it's deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Suns trailing 5-2. They've got the tying run at the plate in McNamara, who's looking to extend his at-bat and extend the inning on this 2-2 delivery. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. The 2-2 delivery is sent back up the middle, a base hit, and the Suns will get one back here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's an RBI single by Joe McNamara to score Tim Dixon, and the Suns eking back into it on the RBI single. They trail now in the 4th, 5-3, as that will draw a mound visit after the RBI single from the Winthrop Eagle and Joe McNamara.
Yeah, and I was just about to say it. I thought Coach Montero was going to try to come out of the dugout. After giving up 3 runs now, Peel is going to get a little talk with Coach Montero. Humberto Torres is going to go join him on the mound as well. There is action in the Rats bullpen. They're up right now trying to see if Montero's going to wave them onto the field for relief. But Coach Montero is going to let Peel stick it out for at least one more batter. See what he does going forward. Try to get a number on who's warming up the bullpen for the Rats.
So runners on first and second, 2 gone. Tying run stands on first for the DeLand against Rodrigo Montenegro, who was hit by a pitch in the first and grounded out to Trent Taylor at second in the second. He hits here in the bottom of the fourth inning with the Suns trailing 5-3. First pitch to Montenegro. Inside for a ball, and the count is 1-0.
Peel early on, he tried to attack hitters outside in the zone. Now, Ryan, I like what I'm seeing. He's going inside, trying to get him to pull one and bite on that inside breaking ball and fastball combination.
1 ball, no strikes, your count. The 1-0 delivery to Montenegro. He will send it back up the middle, a base hit. Being sent around third base is Garrett Wallace, and he will be in easily. Ahead to third goes Joe McNamara, and the Suns not going away tonight. An RBI single by Rodrigo Montenegro, and the Suns have runners at the corners with 2 outs here in the fourth, in now a 5-4 ball game.
And it's going to be a pitching change for the Rats. That's going to be the end of the night for Jeremy Peel. Well, maybe not. Montero looks like he came out of the dugout. He talked to assistant coach Shane Laterio, who deals a lot with the pitchers. It looked like he was going to signal for Peel to come out, but looks like he's just trying to get the Rats the right bullpen pitcher warmed up. He came out acting like he was definitely going to make a call to the bullpen there. He's up on his feet now. You can tell that he is watching Peel really closely now.
Tying run at third, go-ahead run at first in the person of Montenegro. We'll see if the Suns put him in motion. They do not on the first pitch, which is over the plate for a strike to Mark Townsend. No balls and 1 strike on the DeLand left fielder. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a fly out to center. Runners at the corners, 2 gone, bottom of the fourth inning. Suns trail it 5-4. Peel's 0-1 to Townsend is outside for a ball. Townsend caught leaning across the plate, but nothing doing there as the count is even, 1-1.
And Townsend still searching for his first hit tonight. He struck out back in the first and then flew out to center field in the third. Townsend been the most consistent and the heaviest hitter in the lineup all season long for the Suns.
1-1 the count on Mark Townsend and trying to tie the game for DeLand. Instead, he'll ground a ball to second. Taylor will flip it to the bag in time, and the inning is over. But the Suns get 2 runs back on RBIs from Garrett Wallace and Rodrigo Montenegro as we go to the 5th inning. Sanford leads 5-4. Top half of inning number 5, Nick Cesare returns to the mound for the Suns. He'll face Broyles, Sangster, and Torres. As both teams with 6 hits in this game, Sanford wins an inning for the first time as teams had matched each other in the first 3 innings, but a 3 spot from Sanford in the top half. The Suns answer with 2 to get it back within a run, as it'll start lefty on lefty here in the 5th inning. Nick Cesari's first pitch is a ground ball to the shortstop, past the backhand of Joe McNamara. It'll be an E4 that puts Thomas Broyles aboard. McNamara was there, tried to backhand it, and it went right in between the glove and the legs to put a runner aboard with nobody out for Bubba Sangster.
Yeah, Joe McNamara on that one. Obviously, a backhanded grab is never the easiest play, but it's pretty routine for the second baseman that has been pretty good all season long for the Suns. That's a play that McNamara can make in his sleep, but Broyles is going to be on early, and what should have been a leadoff out is now a runner on first base as he reached on the air. Looks like the umpire is talking to someone in the Rats bullpen about what's going on. He kind of put his hands in the air, and it looks like Coach Montero is going to want an explanation of why the umpire was talking to the bullpen. That is Nick Cummings, who's warming up right now in the Rats bullpen. The Rats bullpen, infamous for a lot of chatter and a lot of talk. Might have been something that they said, or not really sure, but Coach Montero is going to retreat back to his third base coaching position, and we'll resume play.
Runner on first, nobody out. Lefty Cesari keeping him close to the bag. First pitch misses low and outside for a ball, 1-0 to Bubba Sangster. 0 for 1 today with a walk and a fly out. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Sanford. 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for DeLand. Top of the 5th of a scheduled 7. 5-4 River Rats. Pickoff throw will be looped over by Cesari just to keep Broyles close to the bag with the count 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, that one, no shot of a pickoff. He kind of just tossed it over, like you said, Ryan, making sure that he stays honest over there. But Bubba Sangster, a guy who hit 2 home runs last night, he's a heavy hitter.
Base hit through the left side past the dive of Garrett Wallace at third. As Sanford continues to swing the bats tonight, they've got runners now on first and second with nobody out in the inning, as the 7-hole hitting Humberto Torres, who's 1 for 2 today, will step in.
And Sangster over the past 2 games has come alive. He came back after the 3-day break due to the prospect showcase with baby blue hair on top. He says that's why his bat has come alive here recently, crediting the new hair on top to his new success in the batter's box. Bubba Sangster, a.k.a. the Silver Fox now.
First pitch thrown by Nick Cesari, misses the zone for a ball, 1-0. Suns trailing 5-4. Sanford with a major threat here in the top of the 5th inning. First and second, nobody out. Cesari comes set at the belt and deals the 1-0. Bunt is shown, pulled back, but it's in the zone for a strike as the count moves to 1-1.
Humberto Torres singled back in the last inning. That was the top of the 4th rather. Now Humberto Torres trying to drive home a run, this time with Broyles on second in scoring position.
Cesari turns back from the pitcher's mound and chases the runner in Broyles back to the second base bag. Suns trailing 5-4, trying to get out of the inning. Minimal damage. The 1-1 pitch popped up foul and out of play. It'll get back into the parking lot as the count on Torres is now 1-2. Bottom 5, Hilton, Alonzo, Burke to try to inch the Suns ever closer in this contest. Cesari comes set from the belt. The 1-2 pitch is up and away for ball 2, and the count runs even on Humberto Torres. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Torres showing nice patience there. You could tell that he wanted to swing the bat. He thought it honestly might have been called a strike. He started to kind of make a motion towards the dugout as it was a called ball. Torres going to probably play a little protective here.
Runner will break for third. The 2-2 pitch is high and outside. Throw to third, not in time. It'll be a double steal for the Rats as Broyles goes to third. Sangster follows him to second, and the count has filled on Humberto Torres. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Broyles' secondary lead had him about halfway to third before he even started to break for the steal. a nice jump there from Broyles, who didn't have to sweat that one out too much. And then the throw from Montenegro to Wallace allowed Sangster, like you said, Ryan, to come over to second.
High pop up on the 3-2 pitch. Wallace will track it. And it's going to get out of play. And we'll do another 3-2 delivery to Humberto Torres as Jared Herron stays in the on-deck circle. Cesare looking for the first out of this top of the 5th inning. Sanford looking to extend a 5-4 lead. Second and third, nobody out. As the 3-2 pitch swung on and missed strike 3. Nick Cesare picks up his first strikeout of the inning as he gets Humberto Torres swinging. And there's one away here in the 5th inning. Runners remain on second and third for Jared Herron.
Yeah, and Torres visibly upset with himself on that one. He wishes he had that swing back. And Jared Herron is going to get the free pass to first base. They're going to walk Herron to set up a double play situation as Sam LaFontaine, who has yet to record a hit in his short season with the Rats so far. It's a double play situation, and Sam LaFontaine a lot less dangerous of a hitter than Jared Herron is.
Bases loaded, one out. First pitch fouled back to the screen by the 9-hole hitter Sam LaFontaine. As the count will start, no balls and a strike on the 9-hole hitter. 0 for 1 today with a fielder's choice and a walk. From the stretch, Cesare. Middle infield in double play depth. The corners would probably come home. Ball will be skied into center field. Tracing it back is Tim Dixon. He'll make the catch. Ahead from home will come Broyles. No one else will advance. It's a sacrifice fly for Sam LaFontaine as Sanford gets another run. Across here in the top of the 5th inning, the Rats lead the Suns 6-4.
So a good decision by the coach to walk Jared Herron on that one. Obviously, the long fly ball by Sam LaFontaine scores the run, but he doesn't get the hit and you get the out. No matter what, and it looks like it's going to be a mound visit from Coach Hall.
He'll talk things over with Nick Cesare. With 2 gone here in inning number 5. Probably going to be it for Cesare. Austin Wood, his Stetson teammate, is throwing in the bullpen. Hall has said what he needs to say to Cesare, and we're ready to go here in the top of the 5th inning. 6-4 still your score in favor of the Sanford River Rats.
And another game that the scoring has been pretty consistent. Besides the 3-run inning from the Rats in the top of the 4th and the 2-run inning from the Suns in the bottom of the 4th, it's been ones in both half of the innings in the 1st and the 2nd, and then here in the top of the 5th, the Rats have 1 run already. 2 outs, though. Sangster is in scoring position on second. Herron's on first for Trent Taylor, who is a base hit machine.
First pitch to Taylor, misses low and inside for a ball, 1-0. First and second, 2 gone in the 5th. 6-4 Sanford on top of DeLand.
Taylor, the UCF Knight, hitting .341 this season. He gets on base a lot, including 9 walks to go along with that amazing batting average.
He'll hit a slow chopper towards third. Bare hand by Wallace. The throw to first is not in time. It'll be an infield single for Trent Taylor. No one will score as the bases are going to be loaded again for Jared Candy. They were loaded for him in the 2nd. He was plunked for an RBI, but a hit for Trent Taylor puts him on first. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the 5th for Jared Candy.
And Taylor, another one of those situations where it was just a slow grounder to the third baseman, Jared Wallace. Most guys wouldn't have been able to beat that throw out, but Taylor, with extreme speed, is able to beat down that throw.
First pitch of the at-bat, high and outside to Candy, 1-0.
Candy still chasing home run number 10 of the season, still trying to break that record. It has been in his head every day I talk to him. He brings it up that he just wants to break that record.
Candy will line it into left center field, a base hit. 2 runs will come in to score. The throw will come to third, and a great play by Wallace just to glove it. It's a 2-run single. by Jared Candy. Sangster and Heron score. It's another 3-spot here in the 5th inning for the Sanford River Rats. All 3 runs unearned on Nick Cesare because of the leadoff error, and the lead for Sanford is 8-4.
And Jared Candy might not hit the home run, but he'll take 2 RBIs and a single there. Nice job by Candy to just bring the runs home. The Rats are hot right now, scurrying around those bases. The Rats showing why they have a 14-4 record in their past 18 games. Their offense has carried them to a lot of those victories. They produce runs, and they produce them in bunches.
Cesare looked to get out of the inning. No earned runs across because of the error. Runner on the corners as the first pitch of the at-bat fouled off by Josh Crouch. Starts the count at no balls and a strike.
Yeah, Ryan, I parked my car over there, kind of worried about that foul ball. Hopefully I don't have a baseball in the windshield.
See if the Rats will put Candy in motion, try to set up a single that could score him for the 5th run of the inning. Taylor stands on third, would score on anything. Pickoff throw is looped by Cesare. Throw to second base is not in time as the Suns completely botched that. Cesare's throw was looped over to first. Then Burke's throw way off the bag. And everybody's going to be safe. Luckily for the Suns, Taylor doesn't go anywhere. And it's a stolen base for Jared Candy. Second and third. Now with an 0-1 count to Josh Crouch.
Yeah, hashtag scurry on as always. Candy should not have been there on second. A nice pickoff attempt from Cesare. But the Suns unable to capitalize on it.
0-1 pitch is outside for a ball, and the count is even on the Sanford DH. 1 ball and 1 strike. Single could break this game even further open for Sanford as they lead it 8-4 in the top of inning number 5. Cesare deals the 1-1 pitch. Foul ball down the third base side. Well struck by Crouch, but he'll find himself down in the count 1-2.
Yeah, that one was a scary shot by Crouch there. It was lined down the third base line. Taylor was already starting his trot to home plate, and he has to maneuver his way out of that one. He almost got nailed by that foul ball from Crouch. Luckily, no injuries on that one as Taylor was able to get out of the way.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count. Cesare trying to get out of the inning. The 1-2 pitch is low and inside for a ball. They're going to say that he went around on the swing. So Crouch is set down on strikes, and the inning is over, but 3 unearned runs pushed across by the Rats here in the 5th. We go to the bottom half. It's Sanford 8, DeLand 4. 4, 5, 6 to try to get the Suns back into this game in the bottom of inning number 5 as newly signed Marshall Thundering Herd product Nick Cummings misses upstairs for a ball 1-0 to start the count here in the bottom of inning number 5 to the cleanup hitter Brandon Hilton.
Yeah, Peel's going to end his day, and Cummings comes in. He recently just committed to Marshall as it's a big swing and a miss there from Hilton. He was swinging for the fences there, comes up empty. But Cummings, his recent commitment to Marshall was something that was a big weight lifted off his shoulder. He came to the Florida League just to try to get some looks from college scouts. He was stressed out about it, and now he's able to calm down and focus on his pitching. A 1.0 ERA through 9 innings of relief work for this season for Cummings.
Throws that one to the backstop. 2 balls and a strike now the count on Brandon Hilton. Hilton 0 for 2 today, an RBI ground out in the first inning and a fly out to right in the third. Sanford has scored 3 runs in back-to-back innings to open up an 8-4 lead. Suns got 2 runs in the bottom half of the fourth to close what was then a 3-run deficit down to 1. They'll try to close a 4-run deficit here in the bottom of the 5th inning, as we'll only schedule to play 7 tonight after we began about 95 minutes late. 2 balls and a strike, the 2-1 delivery to Hilton. Another big swing and a miss by the incoming redshirt freshman from Basking Ridge, New Jersey, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Cummings, he came on about midway through the season up to this point. His first appearance was June 20th against the Seminole County Scorpions. Since June 22nd in his second appearances, that one's going to be, looks like a drop third strike.
Pitch in there for strike 3 as Hilton is set down on strikes for out number 1 here in the 5th inning, as that'll bring up the right fielder 0 for 1 today and Alan Alonso.
Strikeout number 10 on the year for Cummings, but as I was saying, June 22nd, the last time he gave up an earned run. Since then, he's had 5 appearances. One of those did come in the Prospect Showcase. So this is appearance number 5 in the Florida League since that earned run, and then in the Prospect Showcase didn't allow an earned run either. Shutout innings for Nick Cummings.
Bouncing ball through the left side, a base hit from Alan Alonso, who finds his way on for the second time tonight. Alonso was plunked in the first, stole a base as well. Now he's on with 1 out here in the 5th. 7th hit of the game for the Suns, brings up the 6-hole hitting first baseman. 1 for 2 today in Joe Burke.
And Alan Alonso trying to get something started, down 4 runs. Right now you just need base runners on the path to try to string together some hits. As our social media guy Sam was saying, the Suns found a lot of their success through back-to-back-to-back singles back in inning number 4 that was, and now here trying to get some more singles here to try to get more base runners on and cut into this deficit, maybe get 1 or 2 runs here to cut that deficit in half.
First pitch to Joe Burke, in there for a strike. 87-mile-an-hour fastball from Cummings gets him ahead in the count. No balls and a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Alonso stands on first, has a solid lead, and he's going to go. What a jump by Alonso. Pitch was in the dirt, and Alonso got lucky there as he went before the first move of the pitcher in Cummings, but he has himself a stolen base. He stands on second with 1 out and a 1-1 count on Joe Burke.
Yeah, Alonso was basically at second base before Cummings even wound up. Nice jump there from Alonso to get onto second base. Cummings, I'm surprised that nobody like Trent Taylor or Sam LaFontaine at second base and shortstop respectively did not start calling and shouting for him to turn around and try to fire that ball and get Alonso stealing.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Joe Burke. Cummings' 1-1 pitch. Burke will line it into left field. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Alan Alonso was frozen. He'll have to go back to second base. But Joe Burke has himself his second single in as many innings, and the Suns have runners on first and second with 1 out here in the 5th inning for their 7-hole hitting center fielder in Tim Dixon.
And that single from Joe Burke, a nice hit. It was just a little bit too far in front of Justin Farmer over there in left field. He let it 1 hop into his glove. Nice job, though, not to allow Alan Alonso to advance. The single, though, from Joe Burke, not the worst thing in the world if you're the Rats. It sets up a double play situation. With one out, you're just trying to get out of this inning if you're Nick Cummings. Look for something down in the zone to force a ground out.
First pitch breaking ball misses low and inside for a ball to Tim Dixon. 1 ball and no strikes.
And right on cue, Cummings goes down and low, trying to get Dixon to bite there and ground out to LaFontaine or Taylor so they can try to turn 2.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Middle infield and double play depth. Dixon trying to avoid that. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss on an 86-mile-an-hour fastball. Dixon finds himself even in the count. It's aces wild to the 7-hole hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. The 1-1 delivery is a breaking ball high and tight for a ball, and the count on Tim Dixon runs to 2-1. Jeff Omohundro, the 8-hole hitter in the on-deck circle, followed by the 2-for-2 Garrett Wallace. Sanford leads bottom of the 5th inning, 8-4.
Yeah, you don't want to see Garrett Wallace if you're Nick Cummings. He's had a great night tonight. You want to get out of this inning before you have to face Wallace.
The 2-1 delivery from Cummings is high and outside for a ball. And the count is 3-1 as the Suns trying to load the bases here in the 5th inning to trim their way back into this contest. Suns trailing 8-4. They've only been out hit 9-8. They've been hurt by a couple of errors in the game. 3-1 pitch coming to Tim Dixon. It's high and tight, ball 4, and the Suns have loaded the bases here in the 5th inning on 2 singles and a walk, and they've got bases loaded, 1 out for the shortstop Jeff Omohundro.
And Coach Montero's going to look to the bullpen, get some action warmed up in there. He's now well out of the dugout. He's going to get back on his feet, make sure that Cummings is good. Not going to warrant a mound visit just yet, but I believe, pretty sure that's either Brock Howard or J.J. Galvis over there in the bullpen. Couldn't get a good read on the number.
First pitch to Omohundro, misses low for a ball, 1-0. After the leadoff strikeout to Hilton, singles by Alonzo and Burke and a walk to Tim Dixon have loaded the bases for the Suns. The 1-0 pitch to Omohundro, low and outside again, and the count on the main Black Bear is 2 balls and no strikes.
And there will be Brock Myers in the Rats bullpen, and Coach Montero watches the 2 balls go by. Nick Cummings 2-0 deficit in this count early on. He's going to go trot out to the mound and have a conversation with him as Humberto Torres will join as well. Probably just trying to buy the bullpen a little bit of time as Nick Cummings has struggled with locating his pitches here in this relief outing.
Bases loaded, 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tying run at the plate in the person of Jeff Omohundro. Wallace in the on-deck circle. Omohundro 0 for 1 today. He walked and scored on the Wallace double in the 2nd and was struck out looking in the 4th. 2 balls, no strikes the count. The 2-0 delivery is inside again, and Omohundro way out in front. It's 3 balls and no strikes here in inning number 5. Omohundro looking to bring in run number 5 for the Suns as the 3-0 delivery is low, ball 4. So 4 straight have reached on 2 singles and 2 walks. Alonzo is forced in from third, and the Suns have the tying run at first with 1 out in the inning. As they're back within 3, it's 8-5, and that's going to be the end of the day for Nick Cummings as the control issues that he showed in the prospect showcase have manifested themselves once again. We go to the new pitcher for the Rats. It's 8-5 Sanford, but the bases are loaded with 1 out. Brock Myers will try to put out a fire for the Sanford River Rats. Bases loaded, 1 out against Garrett Wallace. Tying run at first with 1 out in the frame as Myers, 87 miles an hour, misses up and away for ball 1. It's 1-0 to the upstate Spartan Garrett Wallace.
Yeah, Brock Myers coming from Tennessee Tech rather. He's been the most dominant relief pitcher all season long for the Rats. He's pitched 17 2/3 of relief pitching.
Into center field from Garrett Wallace. It'll be caught in center. Coming up, throwing is the center fielder. He is off the mark. It's a sacrifice fly for Garrett Wallace. Into score comes Joe Burke. And the Suns creep a little closer here in the 5th. It's 8-6 on the sacrifice fly. Dixon stays at second. Omohundro stays at first. As the top of the order, Joe McNamara will come to the plate as the Suns get 2 runs back here in the 5th to make it 8-6.
Yeah, it was a nice effort by Bros in center field. It was a nice throw and almost had him, but he one-hopped it to Bert Torres, unable to get it on line and get him out. But Brock Myers, like I was mentioning, only 1 earned run given up over 17 2/3 innings of work. Now 18 full innings after that out there. The earned run obviously won't go to him, but that gives him a .5 ERA on the year, and he has 19 strikeouts on just 7 walks. Brock Myers has been the closer and the go-to guy out of the bullpen for the Rats. Coach Montero's very high on this guy.
First pitch to McNamara, misses low and outside for a ball, 1-0. Rats appealed to third base, asked both umpires to make the call, and both umpires said that indeed it was a legal tag-up from Joe Burke. Suns have gotten 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning to get back within 2, 8-6. Alonzo and Burke both singled. They've both scored. Dixon stands on second. Omohundro stands on first. They both walked in inning number 5. Joe McNamara, 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. He'll lift one into deep center field. Broyles will track it back. He has a beat on it, and he makes the catch in left center to end the inning. But the Suns get 2 across here in the 5th inning on the RBIs. On the bases loaded walk delivered to Omohundro and the sacrifice fly as we go to the top of the 6th inning. Sanford maintains the lead 8-6. 4, 5, and 6 in the Sanford order will face the new pitcher in the DeLand bullpen. It's Austin Wood. Another Stetson Hatter getting the baseball tonight for the Suns. Wood on the summer for DeLand has thrown 2 1/3 innings. He's allowed a run on a hit. That run was earned. He's walked 1 and K'd 1, a 3.85 ERA in his first 2 1/3 innings of work. The final line on Nick Cesare tonight as Wood's first pitch is lined into right field, a base hit, as Alonso will come up looking to throw to first, but he'll eat it. Justin Farmer has his first hit here in the 6th inning as there's a runner on first with nobody out for Thomas Broyles. The final line on Nick Cesare tonight is 2 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all unearned. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 3 in those 2 innings. The final line on Nick Cummings, he threw a third of an inning, allowing 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Broyles will step in. He's 0 for 3, a fielder's choice, a pop-out, and an error. First pitch of the at-bat, ground ball to short. Omohundro on to second in time. Turn to first by McNamara will not be. So Farmer put out on the fielder's choice. Broyles is aboard, although he falls to 0 for 4 on the night, as there's one gone here in inning number 6 for the first baseman in Bubba Sangster.
Bubba Sangster already has a single earlier today and a walk to get on base. He's 1 for 2 with the fly out to center field, the walk and the single, and Sangster is going to try to bring Broyles into scoring position. I wouldn't be surprised if Broyles attempts a steal here.
Runner on first, a pickoff throw from Wood. Plenty of velocity on the throw over to first base, but no tag applied by Joe Burke.
Broyles over there on first has a lot of athletic family history. His grandfather, Frank Broyles, a longtime Arkansas coach. He's now in the College Football Hall of Fame. His brother, drafted by the Colorado Rockies in the 2009 MLB draft in the 39th round. The Missouri Tiger over there on first trying to get into scoring position so Bubba Sangster can try to drive him home. Sangster having a nice week so far. He's already got 2 runs and a hit here tonight. And that's going to be the 3rd throw over to first in a row from the new pitcher for the DeLand Suns, Wood.
No count on the 6-hole hitter in Sangster, who's 1 for 2, a walk, a fly out, and a single to his name today. Wood kicks and fires. First pitch, 89 miles an hour. This is low and outside for a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, nice velocity on that pitch there from Wood. He threw it and was aiming the entire time outside and low. He tried to get Sangster fooled on that. Sangster, a guy that loves to chase pitches. Right now, he's going to be patient, though. He's confident in his swing.
Fouled off on the 1-0 delivery. Aces wild on Bubba Sangster here in the top of the 6th inning, with the Suns trailing Sanford 8-6. Second game of a 4-game series between Sanford and DeLand. Final meetings of these two teams in the regular season this year.
And Ryan, I don't think it's going to be the last time these two teams meet. DeLand currently sits in 2nd place in the Florida League standings. The Rats are in 3rd. These teams are separated by 4 games. I'm pretty sure they're going to meet each other in the playoffs.
Swing and a miss on the 1-1 delivery from the right-hander in Austin Wood. He's ahead of Bubba Sangster, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Humberto Torres, who's 1 for 3 with a single and 2 strikeouts, stands in the on-deck circle. One ball, 2 strikes the count. As the 1-2 delivery, breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. Nice breaking ball that time from Austin Wood. Gets Bubba Sangster swinging, retires him on strikes, and there's 2 gone here in the 6th for the catcher Humberto Torres.
Yeah, nice pitch from Wood there. He had Sangster fooled the whole time. I think Sangster was thinking fastball there. Obviously, with 2 strikes against him, Sangster was going to be swinging on anything that appeared to strike. Sangster's a guy that doesn't like to go down looking either. If it was close and would have been a ball, it doesn't really matter for Sangster. He loves to swing at anything.
Runner will bluff off the bag. Back pick to first, not in time. Pitch was in the zone for a strike, so it's 0-1 on Torres, but the catcher behind the plate, Montenegro, nearly throwing out the runner in Thomas Broyles, who had deked off the bag, was a little slow getting back to the bag.
Yeah, surprised Broyles didn't just keep going. He was about halfway to second, and then, like you said, Ryan, deked him out and went back to first. Interesting move there from Broyles to get that far off the bag and just a false alarm.
Pick off throw yet again to first, not in time. No balls and a strike as Wood looks to work a scoreless sixth inning with the Suns holding 2-run deficit to try to chip into the 0-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. Wood goes 89 miles an hour to throw it past Humberto Torres, and it's 0-2.
Torres, another one of those guys that'll swing at anything close, especially with no balls and 2 strikes here. He's going to be protective as he can be right now with 2 outs. The Rats trying to extend this inning out a little bit longer.
No balls, 2 strikes, Woods 0-2. Misses low and outside for a ball, and the count moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Torres, the FIU Panther, coming out of high school. He was part of the number 19 nationally ranked recruiting class of the FIU Panthers. Torres was highly recruited out of high school. He had 3 or 4 other D1 offers as well.
A bad miss on a swing and a miss in the dirt. Montenegro will throw it down to first in time, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts from Austin Wood. End the inning in the 6th as DeLand's offense will try to go to work in the bottom of the 6th inning against Brock Myers. They trail it 8-6. Montenegro, Townsend, and Hilton, the heart of the order, 2-3-4 to face Brock Myers here in the 6th inning as Myers' first pitch misses outside to Montenegro. It's 1-0.
Coach Montero's going to hope that Brock Myers can finish out the game. If he does, it'll be his 2nd longest outing of the year.
Gets a swing and a miss, and the count is even, 1-1.
Myers is a guy that usually only comes in for an inning, maybe a little over an inning's worth of work. If he can stretch it out here and finish out the game for the Rats, it'll be a solid outing for Brock Myers.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count, the 1-1. Montenegro will bounce one on the right side. The pitcher, the Sangster will throw it over to the covering pitcher in Brock Myers, who's over to make the play to retire Rodrigo Montenegro, as there's one gone here in the 6th inning to bring up Mark Townsend.
And Ryan, what looks like a routine play with Brock Myers coming over, it's been something that the Rats have struggled with all season long, is making sure that when that ball that's hit to the first base side pulls either Bubba Sangster at first or Connor Allen, who's played first a lot this season for the Rats, when it pulls them off that bag, the pitcher's been really late coming over and covering. Great job by Myers there, though.
First pitch in there for a strike to Mark Townsend, 0-1. Heart of the order where DeLand may need to get a couple of runs here as they trail it 8-6. The 0-1 delivery to Mark Townsend will catch the outside corner. Nice breaking ball from Myers, and Townsend is quickly down in the count at no balls and 2 strikes.
And if anyone can light up the Suns' offense, it's definitely Mark Townsend. He's the ignition to this offense. He gets things started. He's the one that you want to see at the plate if you're Coach Hall. Down 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning. It's definitely crunch time now. Only 2 more opportunities in each of the next 2 half innings as we are playing a shortened 7-inning game.
The 0-2 pitch to Townsend. He'll try to spray it foul down the left side. Heads off the concourse near the DeLand Suns bullpen as the count will remain. No balls and 2 strikes on Mark Townsend out of Stetson University for the Suns. The 0-2 pitch. Townsend will hit a fly ball deep into right center field. That is going to be down and off the wall. Mark Townsend will have extra bases. Townsend will dig around second. He will head for third. The ball will be bobbled by the third baseman, and it will be a triple for Mark Townsend here in the 6th. So a quiet night for Townsend explodes with a triple, and he will stand on third with 1 out here in the frame, and the tying run comes to the plate in the person of Brandon Hilton.
Townsend was thinking 3 bases the whole time on that hit. He was rounding those bases really quickly, and that helmet of his even flew off as he was approaching second base. A nice ball that found the perfect spot out there in right center field. Candy, the right fielder, sprinted as fast as he could over there to the warning track, just not in time as that ball landed in the dirt out there in right center field.
So Brandon Hilton, the first hitter with runners in scoring position, takes a pitch out of the zone, 1 ball and no strikes. Hilton represents the tying run.
Hilton's a guy that, just like Mark Townsend, he's a guy that can drive the ball deep too. 6'7" frame. He's a big presence in the batter's box going up against Brock Myers, who's 5'11", 6 feet.
Hilton will hit one high and deep to right field. That ball is off the wall. Hilton will round first and dig for second. He will be in easily. It's a stand-up double for Brandon Hilton, and the Suns are within a run here in the 6th.
A scary situation for the Rats. Down, or only up 1 run now, and both hitters that Myers have faced this inning, 2 out of the 3 rather, make solid contact. Townsend drove it, and then Hilton on that one, almost in the identical spot, nails it. Ryan, I thought that one was over the fence. It was a rocket of a shot from Hilton on that one. Coach Montero, though, Myers is his guy. I don't see him switching up here late in the game, as Hilton's going to get a pinch runner in for him.
Hunter Fornari will run for the Suns. He represents the tying run here in inning number 6. Alan Alonso will step in. Tying run at second, 1 out. Fornari does run very, very well. He's the Suns' stolen base leader with a dozen. First pitch of the at-bat. Good breaking ball from Myers in the zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
And you can tell that Myers knows the same information you know, Ryan, that he is the Suns' leading stolen base leader, rather. And Myers checked him down the entire time. He turned his head last second to focus on Bert Torres and the catcher.
No balls and a strike. Fornari dances the 0-1 pitch. Upstairs for a ball, and the count is aces wild on Alonso. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And almost a similar situation of last night. The Rats led 7-1, and then the Suns, top of the 7th inning, they exploded with 6 runs to tie it up. The Rats did eventually win, but now they had an 8-4 lead tonight, And the Suns are about to erase that entire deficit as a ball high 2-1. 8-4 lead going into the bottom of the 5th inning. Now we're here in the bottom of the 6th. Already one run up on the board for the Suns. Tying run, like you mentioned, Ryan, Hunter Forinari on second base.
The 2-1 pitch to Alonso will miss low and outside for a ball. Ball falls at the feet of the catcher in Torres as the count on Alan Alonso is now 3 balls and a strike.
These teams are very evenly matched. Both of them, like I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, sit in second and third place in the Florida League standings. These two teams have gone head-to-head and battled it out all season long, producing a lot of runs in their series.
Alonso down the third base line. It is gloved. The throw will come to first. It's in time. But ahead to third base goes Hunter Forinari. A good read by Forinari. A nice play by Heron at third to glove it and get the second out. But Forinari ahead to third. And if the Suns are going to tie the game here in inning number 6, it's going to come from Joe Burke. He's 2 for 3 as Montero will come out and talk things over. Runner on third, 2 gone here in the 6th inning. Joe Burke represents the go-ahead run for the Suns. First pitch of the at-bat misses upstairs for a ball to Burke, and the count is 1-0.
Just like Hilton and Townsend, Burke is a big body that can drive it deep as well. He's always a home run threat every time he steps into the batter's box. This is a guy that can drive it at any moment.
Burke swings and misses at an 88-mile-an-hour Brock Myers fastball, and the count on Burke, 2 for 3 today, has run even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Myers trying to get out of this inning, only allowing one run and preserving the Rats' lead.
1 ball, 1 strike from the windup, the 1-1. Burke with a weak hack cannot connect, and the count is 1-2 on the first baseman, with Hunter Forinari still standing on third, representing the tying run.
Yeah, that was one of those situations by Burke that he knew that it was going to be a ball, but he had already gone too far around his swing. That's why it was a light attempt.
88-mile-an-hour fastball outside that time from Myers, and the count now 2-2 on DeLand's 6-hole hitting first baseman. Dixon, Alejandro, and Wallace, the final 3 hitters in the DeLand order, more than likely going to get their chances next inning. The 2-2 pitch coming from Brock Myers is a fly ball into center field. Back is Broyles. He will range towards right center, and he'll make the catch at cap height to bring the inning to a conclusion. An RBI double by Brandon Hilton gets a run across. The Suns still trail by 1. Through 6, it's Sanford 8, DeLand 7. It'll be 8-9-1 in the Sanford order. Heron, LaFontaine, and Taylor against Austin Wood. Wood worked a scoreless 6th inning, and he'll loop a breaking ball high and tight for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes.
Jared Heron coming off a good night tonight. He's 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and a walk. The double drove in a run as well.
Fouls off the 1-0 delivery down the right side out of play, and the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike on Heron.
Right now the Rats not in too much of a pressure situation. Right now they're just looking to add more of a security blanket for Brock Myers, as I assume he's going to probably return for the 7th inning of work on the mound.
1-1 pitch in there for a strike to Heron, and Wood takes the advantage in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 delivery. Check swing. Did he go around? No, he did not. Able to hold up on the 1-2, and the count on the 8-hole hitting Heron is 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good job by Montenegro, though, to make sure he checks down with the first base umpire. It was a close call, but Heron, according to the first base umpire, able to pull it back just in time.
Next pitch, high and outside for a ball. And the count runs full on Jared Heron. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Eight, 9-1, Herod, LaFontaine, and Taylor as the 3-2 pitch fouled off down the right side. Suns will have the bottom of the order in the 7th inning. Dixon, Omohundro, and Wallace.
Heron trying to just stay alive in the batter's box. He does not want to get the leadoff out. Right now the Rats are thinking a 1-run lead in this game is not a big lead.
3-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3, so Wood has struck out 3 straight since allowing the single in the fielder's choice to start the 6th. There's 1 gone here in inning number 7 for the shortstop for the Rats in Sam LaFontaine.
Yeah, Sam LaFontaine, last time he was up, he got his first RBI of the season here in the Florida Collegiate Summer League on the sacrifice fly. Right now he's still searching for his first hit of the season, though.
Runners have the bases empty as Wood's first pitch at 85 miles an hour bounces in for a ball to his catcher Montenegro. 1 ball and no strikes, your count. One ball, no strikes, the count as Wood, the righty, deals the 1-0. It's just tapped foul by LaFontaine, and the count moves to aces wild at a ball, a strike, and an out. Suns will look to rally in the bottom half of inning number 7. They'll have the bottom of their order to try to do it. Dixon has reached twice, Omohundro's reached twice, Wallace has reached twice. They'll have to do it against Brock Myers in all likelihood. 1 ball, 1 strike, a nod from Austin Wood. The righty into the motion, his 1-1 pitch high and outside for a ball, and the count on LaFontaine is 2-1.
LaFontaine showing good patience there. Right now, LaFontaine just wants to get on base because Trent Taylor has the capability to push him over into scoring position.
2-1 pitch foul back to the screen by LaFontaine, and the count has gone even. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Wood will look for his 4th consecutive strikeout here in innings number 6 and 7.
Wouldn't be surprised if this pitch from Wood is nowhere near the strike zone. Trying to get him chased. He's got 1 ball to work with here. Wood does.
Wood's 2-2 pitch is a breaking ball that is tapped towards the first baseman in Joe Burke. He will flip it onto the covering Austin Wood. Wood is there, and LaFontaine put out for out number 2. 4 consecutive retired by Austin Wood. Brings up the second baseman in Trent Taylor. 2 for 4 today with a ground out, a pop out, and 2 singles.
Yeah, Trent Taylor right now, wouldn't be surprised if he gets on base. He stops at first or second just so he could attempt another stolen base opportunity. Right now, Taylor doesn't have too much to prove right now. He's just got to stay confident in the box and do what he's been doing all season long. Just get a base hit. Maybe start something here with the 2-out rally.
Big swing and a miss starts the count on Trent Taylor. No balls and a strike. As looking to finish up 2 very good innings of work is Austin Wood. The Suns have had some good bullpen performances the last couple of nights. Brandon Castle went 4+ without an earned run, without a hit allowed last night. As the next pitch misses the zone to Taylor, it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
And if Wood could go 1-2-3 here, that'd be huge for the Suns. Give them a little bit of a momentum boost going into the bottom half of this inning. That could be a shift change in this game.
Wood's 1-1 delivery. Great curveball. Dives into the zone for a strike. And the count moves to 1-2 as Wood will look to retire the final 5 hitters he faces with 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, Taylor was upset with himself on that one. He knew he got fooled. He took a big exhale after he watched that ball go by. It was a nice breaking ball from Wood, though.
Bouncing ball back up the middle. A base hit for Trent Taylor, as he's got a base hit in 3 of the last 4 innings and in 3 consecutive plate appearances. He'll stand on first with 2 outs here in the 7th for the ever-dangerous right fielder and Jared Candy.
Yeah, Trent Taylor just doing what he's done all season long. That's his MO right there. He does what's best, and he grounds it right back up the middle, finds that hole. Trent Taylor, I would be very surprised if he does not attempt to steal here. Try to get that elusive record-chasing stolen base number of 35. He's trying to get there.
Pickoff throw to first, not in time. Bottom of the order will try to rally for the Suns in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here at Melching Field, we'll be back in Sanford tomorrow night, then finish the series here in DeLand on Saturday night. Suns will then finish the season 3 games with Winter Park, a likely makeup game with someone as a pickoff throw to first, not in time on Wednesday, and then a 4-game series Thursday, Friday, Saturday with a doubleheader Thursday against the Winter Garden Squeeze. 8-7 Sanford. Top of the 7th inning, runner on first. Taylor will go. Pitch low and outside, and Montenegro's going to have to chase it down as Taylor slides in easily with a stolen base. He's now in scoring position in a 1-0 count on Jared Candy.
Yeah, Trent Taylor, nice jump there. I think even if the ball would have been on line from Wood to Montenegro, I think Taylor still would have been in there pretty safely, as now he stands in scoring position. That's the thing about Taylor, is that when he gets on base, he's almost a guarantee to be in scoring position at some point, as long as he's not slowed down by base runners ahead of him.
The 1-0 pitch from Wood. Big swing and a miss by Jared Candy. Sees the count even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Candy's been on base 3 times. 2 for 3, a double, a single, a hit by pitch. He was a strikeout victim in the 4th inning of Nick Cesare. 1 ball, 1 strike from Wood, who checks the runner. The 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss by Candy, and Wood takes the advantage in the count. After the 87-mile-an-hour fastball, it's 1-2.
And Wood, he goes to Candy's hot spot. He goes right in the wheelhouse of those balls outside. That's what Candy likes, but he attacks him and Candy swings at him, just not able to get a good eye on it, and his timing's a little off right now.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the 1-2. Pitch is going to be in there, strike 3. Candy will take off for first, no throw will come. It's going to be a strikeout and a passed ball. Candy set down on the 4th Austin Wood strikeout, but the passed ball will move Taylor ahead to 3rd, and Candy will reach on the drop 3rd strike to bring up Josh Crouch.
And Ryan, I think the issue there was that Montenegro was too worried about Taylor sprinting from 2nd base to 3rd base on the steal attempt. He was already in position to beam it down to Taylor at 3rd. I think he believed that the ball was going to be called a ball, not a strike. Candy, though, nice heads-up play to get the drop 3rd strike and hustle his way down to 1st base.
Montenegro, instead of trying to make the Hail Mary throw to get Candy, ate it so that Taylor couldn't take off. First pitch to Crouch, fouled off down the right side. Alonso gives it a chase, but it's out of play. And the count on Josh Crouch starts no balls and a strike. Suns trailing 8-7. 8 runs, 11 hits for Sanford, 7 on 10 for DeLand. Wood comes set and deals the 0-1 pitch. Crouch will hit a ground ball towards short. The throw to second by Alejandro is in time, and the inning is over on the 6-4 fielder's choice. Suns need 1 to force extras, 2 to walk it off. They trail going to the bottom of the 7th, 8-7. Jared Candy will come in to pitch for the Sanford River Rats to try to nail down the save against the bottom of the DeLand Sun order. Candy's first pitch, 88 miles an hour, low and inside to Tim Dixon. 1 ball and no strikes. He'll be replaced in right by Austin Dilbert, who will come in as the 1-0 pitch. Essentially take the spot of the pitcher, so it's the DH is now hitting for Dilbert as the count. 2 balls and no strikes on Tim Dixon.
Yeah, Candy comes in for a relief situation. He's done well. He picked up the win last night against DeLand, where he pitched 1 inning's worth of work, and that's going to be a called ball there. And last night in his 1 inning of work, he did give up 2 walks, but no hits, no runs. So nice outing from Candy there. He did pitch in the showcase as well. So this is the 3rd straight day of pitching for Candy.
And he shows it a little bit as he walks Tim Dixon. Here in the 7th inning, the tying run is aboard for the DeLand Suns as Jeff Alejandro will step to the plate, and you gotta believe that you're going to be asking Jeff Alejandro to lay down a bunt here, because then you have Garrett Wallace and Joe McNamara behind him to try to tie this game in the bottom of the 7th inning.
And Garrett Wallace, who's hitting in the 9-hole tonight, Ryan, you wouldn't expect him to be the dangerous hitter. Obviously, the 9th hitter in the lineup is not the one that you're the most worried about, but tonight Garrett Wallace has been producing well. He's on deck now. That's someone that Candy does not want to have to go up against.
Misses inside, ball 1, 1-0, and Rick Hall might have also told Alejandro, hey, You just saw 4 straight balls from Candy. Make him throw you a strike before you show bunt, as 5 straight have missed from Candy, 1 ball and no strikes. Dixon gets his lead off of first. Candy does throw that one into the zone for a strike, and the count on Omohundro is even 1-1 after the 87-mile-an-hour fastball from Candy.
And the interesting thing about Candy is that every time he comes into relief pitch, he's always in the field, so he doesn't have a lot of time in the bullpen to warm up. He actually gets no time to warm up in the bullpen.
Bunt is shown, pulled back, and the pitch is inside for a ball, 2-1. So exactly the plan. Make Candy throw a strike and then show bunt. As Omohundro ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. He represents the winning run. The tying run is in the person of Timmy Dixon at first base.
Jared Heron at third base in, though, for the infield shift at third.
Bunt is shown. Bunt is put back to Candy. Candy will look at second, but his throw is to first. So the sacrifice is successful from Jeff Omohundro. It moves Dixon into scoring position. Third time this game he's been there. He scored in the 4th, left on the 2nd, left on 2nd in the 5th, and he's standing on 2nd here in the 7th with 1 out for Garrett Wallace.
Garrett Wallace 2 for 2 tonight with a double and a single. He scored on the single, and then he also has the sacrifice fly as well. Like I said, it's been a very complete game from Wallace, as Humberto Torres is going to go and talk to Candy. Ryan, I know you don't want to put the go-ahead run on base.
No, under no circumstances are you walking Garrett Wallace here. That would be...
But a guy that's been as
to get to the top of the lineup, that would be monumentally stupid to walk the leadoff, put the go-ahead run on to where a shot in the gap from a guy hitting about 400 in the last month, one of your leading hitters, and then Townsend. No way, under no circumstances.
It would also put in a double play situation as well. This is a situation that Candy can't go a long outing. He's limited on pitch count. This isn't a situation that Candy can go long. Putting it in a double play situation might not be the worst for the Rats as well.
You don't intentionally put the winning run on base in the bottom of the 7th inning of a 7-inning game. They are going to pitch to him as they should, and the first pitch is popped up foul down the right side, 0-1. Joe McNamara, 2 for 4 on the game, one of the hotter hitters in the Suns lineup, stands in the on-deck circle. Tying run at second, the winning run is at the plate in the person of Garrett Wallace. Candy's 0-1 to Wallace. Breaking ball drops into the zone for a strike, and the count is 0-2 on the third baseman in Wallace. Dixon at second, good speed. Anything to the outfield that drops, he would very likely score to tie this game at 8. Wallace trying to provide it here in the bottom of the 7th inning with the Suns trailing 8-7. Sanford trying to hang on to a second straight win over the Suns by a run. 10-9 last night. They lead 8-7 tonight. Dixon with a hearty lead off of second. No one really tending to him. Now they'll deke towards second, and the 0-2 is a fly ball down the left field line from Wallace. Dilbert will chase it over, but it's going to be out of his grasp as it gets over the fence on the left field side out of play. Wallace ahead of that one from the right side as the count 0-2.
Yeah, actually Farmer over there in left field, not Dilbert. Dilbert's over in right field, but once again a nice try by Farmer to get there. Ball does land out of play though beyond the foul fence in left field.
No balls, 2 strikes to Wallace. McNamara would be next, followed by Montenegro should the game get there. 8-7 Sanford, bottom of the 7th. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. And that is the out that the Rats get for out number 2. And this game will come down to the top of the order, and Joe McNamara tying run at second, 2 outs in the frame. McNamara 2 for 4 on the night.
Huge strikeout from Jared Candy, though. That's exactly what you need. 2-out game now. Now he only has to focus on McNamara, who tonight he has a pair of singles, also 2 flyouts as well. McNamara, though, a guy that's been hitting well all season long. He's hitting .297, just a hair under 300.
Runner on second, 2 outs for McNamara. Candy looking to get the save. His first pitch to McNamara is low and inside for a ball, and the Winthrop Eagle takes the advantage in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. 6:30 first pitch tomorrow from Sanford. Third game of this 4-game series between DeLand and the Rats. We'll finish up here Saturday night before a new series starts Sunday for both of these two teams. 1 ball, no strikes the count on Joe McNamara. Checking the runner, Candy's 1-0 at the knees of McNamara at 87 miles an hour for a strike, and the count on the Winthrop Eagle in the top of the order, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, Candy, a guy that doesn't have a lot of movement on his pitches. He doesn't have a huge arsenal and a variety of pitches to go to. He's very fastball driven. That one was a little low in the strike zone, but he's able to hit it.
1 ball, 1 strike the count on McNamara. Suns looking to tie the game. Rats looking to get another victory. Dixon gets a solid lead off of second. The 1-1 low and inside again. And the count on McNamara is 2-1. If McNamara were to reach, Rodrigo Montenegro would be next for the Suns, followed by Mark Townsend and Hunter Fornari. Candy doesn't want the game to get there, would like to end it right now. The 2-1 fouled up and out of play, and it's deuces wild on McNamara as the Suns are down to their final strike here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Candy 1 pitch away of putting this game away. Expect another fastball here. He might throw it a tad outside or inside to get him to maybe chase a little bit. It's a big moment for both teams here as the Rats are trying hard to go 2-0 in the series. Coach Montero and the Rats desperately want to win this last regular season series against the DeLand Suns.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to McNamara. Tying run at second in the person of Tim Dixon. DeLand has scored in 5 of 6 innings tonight. They've only won 1 inning. That was the last one where they got a run and held Sanford off the board. They'll need to win this inning to continue the game. Candy checks the runner, the 2-2. Runner goes, pitches low and outside, and into third base goes Tim Dixon. So the count fills on McNamara. Tim Dixon moves up